What up? I was gonna do music and all that shenanigans, but someone knocked on our door right away. Oh shit! Oh, hold up. Then this is playing. We'll pause that. Someone tried to play a prank on us right before we went live. One of our teenagers' friends. So I had to deal with that first. So I got to grab a beer. Ashley's got to get on this. But good episode. 2-hour-long episode. Kind of confirmed a little bit about what we were hearing when this whole fucking thing started over the summer. Little rumors of gold. So, what's the headline here? Gold found on Oak Island, I would say. At least gold tracing in the water. So, interesting. We'll go Bud Light for right now. Ooh, let's get the bong, too. Let's go. Oak Island. Let's see if we can grab a little video synopsis or like a trailer or whatnot. What's up, guys? Let me see if I can do this. Share screen. Oh, boy. Which one do I want? I guess this one. No, I want that one. We'll go to this one. All right, add to stream. There we go. We'll go Oak Island Season 9 premiere. And then this is what I do for Fenn stuff. Last hour. Oh, shit. Someone's already... We got illegal streams going already. Bullshit. Let's do under 4 minutes. No results! My God. Well, it was good. It was really good. I wish we had a little hype video, but 5 days ago. Bah. Ep 2 preview? They should have that available, right? 1 hour ago. Yowza, man. Well, I guess not. Weird. Anywho, where's my beer? All right. So, lots of stuff. Oh, link. I got to link Ashley. All right, hold up. Let me link Ashley. She took all the notes for this episode that we're going to go over. Again, 2-hour episode. It was really dope. I was entertained, if you will, the whole time. But there, go back here. Hold up. Oh, shit. I don't know which email that was. Ashley. Okay, that one. There. All right. Now this is like so bright. Oh, that's better. Jeepers. All right. When Laird speaks. Yeah, it's okay. So I got to say, though, the number one update, I think, for Oak Island is the Canadian government has taken control of this island. And that's a double-edged sword. It means they've proven enough things on this island have happened to warrant the investigation, the time, the money, and the resources. But on the flip side of that, we got regulation. And I can sense, and I think we can all sense the very obvious that's to come here. The government's taking this shit over, and it's going to slow shit down. Look at that. She's live. She's yelling at the kids. What's up, babe?
Hi. Sorry.
Hi.
It's bedtime here.
It is. What'd you make of that episode, Boo?
Okay, so big episode for sure.
Uh-huh.
I love that. I feel like last season we did a lot of discoveries, and then there was all of this impending results. We were waiting for results. So I felt like this episode was almost even tying up loose ends from last season.
Yeah, it really did, didn't it?
Yeah.
What was the main thing from last season that you were looking forward to?
Well, I mean, of course, we're looking forward to finding out about the gold, whether there was gold in the water.
Right. Well, that was from the trailer, though. We were looking forward to the silver if it was in the water from last season, if you remember.
Yes, that's what. Okay, that's sorry. I still have children talking to me. Yes.
That's why I'm here, boo. We're all good.
So, what about you? What did you think was exciting, or what did you enjoy the most?
Well, okay, so we both knew you were taking notes so that you could remind me of shit because I forget stuff. But like, what'd you take notes on? I know I jumped out of the bed like 15 times. I was like, ooh, that's gonna be that, or that's gonna be this, or this doesn't mean that. Like, I was kind of relying on you that you would be able to prompt me here. So if that's not how your notes were, that's totally fine. I'll try to remember stuff. What I got most excited for, I think, was I think the most I got excited for was seeing that the dock, the road, the wharf-ish thing, the stone cobble road that led into the swamp kept going. Because obviously the beach had a different terrain back in the time in which it would have been constructed.
Yeah.
And so it's much bigger than we even thought. Not that that changes anything. We already knew this was there, but having a huge wharf at this time just means a bigger ship. Does that make sense? So like I was into that because you need a bigger ship if you're going to do a big treasure. So
that was very cool. I think to start it off, one of the things that got you really going was now we need more archaeological permission. So now there are all these extra steps that are in place. I think Carrie brought up his comment was Gary, metal finding isn't fun anymore because it's just going to those little flags. Yes, this is different. This is new this season. Gary has to go and metal detect and then flag the areas he wants to dig up. And then he has to go tell Laird. Laird has to go and check the areas and then give Gary approval. And then he can go dig them up. So the scene that we're seeing, he's just going from flag to flag to flag. Yes, I get that. It's a little bit.
Yeah, that's painstaking. But that's how it goes now. I mean,
that's what we're going to have to do now. So that's a bit of a bummer because it's a really exciting year. And I think they're finally finding stuff where, and now it's just going to be, again, another delay, which if you're a fan of the show, I feel like you've become accustomed to.
And here's a couple things about those flags. First off, one thing I noticed right away in this episode, yes, the regulations are changing the methodology of how they extract items here. But at the same time, I saw it speed up. So like they said, Gary Drayton put flags out there early in the morning. Laird came out and approved the site so that he could then dig those flags. So instead of days delay, it was only hours. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It seems like Laird is kind of playing the game with them a little bit.
But the other thing that we need to also note and kind of be excited about is the fact that there are more regulations just means that what they're finding is real and legitimate and people are paying attention. And I think Gary even made a comment like, oh, well, we've convinced them. At least we've convinced them. At least we've got them excited. Oh, no, actually, he said we've got them to care. That's what he said.
Yeah, we've gotten them to care.
Them care now. And that's the silver lining, is that now, okay, it's real.
Silver lining. Yeah, well done. But yes, it's real. I mean, look, I think the silver woke everybody up at the end of last season, but all the artifacts they found last season, all the entire stone road that they found last season, it woke up fellow archaeologists, and that's where we're at now. The archaeologists are taking over. Government regulation is now taking over, and that's only going to happen if this was worth their time. So they've held back.
Carrie says they have cool new gadgets like that metal composition machine. Are you referring to the XRF? Because Hockey Stop also says that they have the XRF on-site analysis. Now, I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention to the technological side of it, but were those not things that they had in previous seasons? I feel like the XRF. I feel like we have that.
Not on site. I think they sent stuff back to labs that had an XRF machine. XRF is X-ray fluorescence, and it just kind of gives you the composition using like X-rays or gamma rays or whatever. But I think they had to send that off to a lab, and of course that course of time changes. It slows things down. I think now that they have one on site, it means they get answers much quicker. So that's new, in my opinion.
And that's probably has something to do with making everyone care in the archaeology community about this.
Well, okay, right, but because people care, they've now put the resources closer, if you will, to the dig so that we get things quicker so that this can be expedited. Even though bureaucracy is into the picture, it can speed things up along the way. So again, it's a catch-22 all around. It really is.
I see it overall as a good thing, personally.
Instead of, look, at the end of the day, we get analysis quicker, and that's a good thing, no matter what we do here. So maybe it was delayed a few days before we could dig a site, but we get the answer 4 weeks quicker. The net of that is easy.
So let's talk about a couple of the finds that we saw today. They're really cool. The coolest one I thought was the piece of pottery.
Oh my God, that pottery. The glaze on that thing, it was so shiny. As soon as they said European, I was like, fuck yeah, it was. My prediction on that thing is it's French. But that blue color and the glaze, it was beautiful. And, it doesn't belong where it was found unless, it's part of something bigger. So
that was that just was really, really cool. I thought it was beautiful. It was a cool find. I'm excited to hear what they have to say about where it's from, when, what time period.
I can't wait to see if it was French. My gut is really French or Portuguese is where my gut is at on that thing.
What about the cog, the gear in that pocket watch? We saw that. It was gold. I will say Ben did.
No, it wasn't gold.
Copper.
It was copper.
It was gold.
Yeah, that copper was like, you could just tell, right? It had that bronze metal look to it, but it wasn't bronze. It was part of, obviously, I think, a pocket watch. And God, the technology they had to clean that fucker off so quickly, whoo, that was good and impressive. I've washed artifacts. In fact, like when I hurt myself on my dig, the one I talked about with Fenn, I had to wash artifacts on that dig. So like that was really cool to see how they just had a machine that does it without breaking it. It was really cool. Oh, now she's covering her mouth. Gosh, the kids are just bombarding her right now. But that's what happens when you have 5 kids, folks. Impossible to do this without that. What's up?
Sorry,
You're fine.
Sorry. We're just coming off a long weekend, and it was like 3 months of no school, and this feels like a Sunday night. Everyone's.
I don't think it was brass, Carrie. I think they said it was copper.
No, they did say it was
65% copper.
Yeah, they did say it was copper. So, but the question was, I think it was copper and a little bit of zinc. But the question becomes, who left this behind? Could this have been left behind by someone that was hiding a treasure? Well,
the watch, that kind, I would that kind of pocket watch, if it's as early back as they say, it would belong to somebody who was important, overseeing an operation, if you will. I don't think it's part of a treasure per se. I don't think it means someone was burying treasure. It just means someone of stature was there. Copper Dan was there. Yeah, he got into a time machine, and that's the answer to his new troll hunt.
You've solved it. We shouldn't say that out loud. We've just solved it.
It's okay. We're doing the Oak Island stream. Nobody watches this, so we can say whatever the fuck we want. No one will know.
True.
Yeah. What else? There's tons else. I'm not remembering though. This is why this is great that you're doing notes now. I like that.
What? Yes, that's lettuce. Of course it's lettuce. What do you think it is? You think it's peanuts?
What'd you miss, Lance? Lance, they the same testing that they did for silver last season, where we found out there was a dump truck worth of silver giving off this kind of detection. They found that they have the same technology that can measure for gold. And they did the tracing, and they did it on 12 different boreholes. And 4 of the boreholes right around the area where they think the money pit is showed positive for gold at 5x the normal amount, just tracing. That doesn't mean they hit the pocket of gold. It just means that pocket of gold is leaking out through different water sources coming through because the booby traps have hit, that you can now trace the gold. So
there's several different boreholes that are showing that gold. F4 is the one that has the most gold. And in fact, that one also has traces of silver. The other ones that show traces of gold don't show traces of silver, but F4 does. So they're thinking that's the center, that's the area, and that's where they would find whatever's leaching that into the water. It would be close to that area.
Louis says, I've been watching this show from the beginning. It's boring yet hopeful for them. Reminds me of golf. Well, so I have some thoughts. If this is golf, we are certainly at the 16th or 17th hole, I think. But boring is relative, I'd say. Some of these finds are so extraordinary to normal boring archaeology. Archaeology is boring. The finds that we're seeing are not, truly not. And again, this has taken 9 years to get here. Some of you guys in the Forest Fenn hunt have been here since 2010. Maybe you guys could understand why this takes a while. That's all. What else, Boo?
All right. So we talked about so F4. Everyone's kind of agreeing in chat. That's where they're saying that's where the money is. That's where it's going to be. They're going to go ahead and test everything, the bedrock, the till, to make sure that there's no way anything natural could be causing that spike. I mean, what could be what could possibly cause that? They don't even talk about it on the show because I don't think.
Well, one thing they do say is they want to rule out natural resources. So they want to make sure that it's just not coming from the area and there's a gold deposit or something. And they've been able to say, nope, that's not what it is. It's not natural. So besides that, yeah, what else could it be?
So the other thing that's really exciting is that 10-foot diameter shaft that they're going down to use, right? That's new. You were really excited about that.
Well, just it increased the search area by, X amount. I guess Rick said 40.
Called like chest size, like you could 10 feet. That's huge.
So you're not breaking a chest apart. Yeah, no, it's about 40% bigger. So I'm excited about that because it just means a bigger search area. It's about time. Let's start using the bigger fucking. Now it's more expensive, but I'm all for it.
We also saw them find what I believe was a barrel. Right, we saw some wood pieces making up maybe a barrel. We saw that band, the handmade band, metal band that would have went around a wooden wheel, a wagon wheel.
Wagon wheel, yeah.
Which is a really interesting find.
Especially when it's found along the road, it means that it's not just men that are hauling this load that they constructed a road for. They actually had to use wagons to move something not too far, but too far to walk, apparently. And now we're finding the elements of the wagon wheels that we would expect. I found an intact wagon at the Valley of fucking Fire when I did a survey. So to find something like that is exciting. It means effort is being put in here where people go, no, nothing happened here. This is all bullshit.
And that one dated back as early as 1650.
And again, what we're looking for in terms of dates, guys, when they're doing these, tests and whatnot, anything basically before 1795. That's when the three kids found the wooden planks. They dug 10 more feet. They found another set of wooden planks, and thus began the legend. Thus leading to 9 stories down, 10 feet intervals. They found the stone slab with an inscription on it, blah, blah, blah. So anything before 1795 means it's pre-legend, and that could mean that's the depositor. So most of these dates this is what I find interesting, is most of these dates are now going to something like 1500s, And then another set of dates right around the 1700s, late 1600s, early 1700s. So it seems like, in my opinion, the story says there's two operations, which is why I said the treasure's been found. Somebody deposited it, and then someone went and retrieved it. That's why we see two different distinct dates going to two different distinct times, and it doesn't feel like they're addressing that because it's kind of a buzzkill. However, with the tracing of silver, that tracing can only be found now if it's happening now, which means there's a stash now to be found. Mm-hmm. Same with the gold. So it does mean something is still there of great value. So that blows my theory out of the water that I thought the U.S. government, whatever that looked like in 1760, went and retrieved the treasure. And that's how we funded the American Revolution against the greatest empire on the planet. We weren't just an underdog. We were an underdog with an advantage. And that's how we were able to do it. That was my theory. Now, maybe there's a second stash. Maybe there's something else left to be found. That's fine, but that would make sense, actually, because, again, there is no other explanation for how we won the Revolutionary War. We're just force-fed a story of grit and underdog, and we did it. No, that's not how shit works. So, yeah, we had the help of the French. Sure, maybe we connived Native American tribes to help us from time to time. We needed more. Having a vast assortment of gold to hire mercenaries throughout the entire revolution to really win us the war would make a lot of sense.
So, you did tell me your theory that maybe the treasure was gone. So this gives you hope that it could still be there buried.
Or something else is still there to be found, yes. I'm going to go grab a bag of potato chips, Boo. I feel like lightheaded now. I'm going to be right back.
Okay. Benjamin Franklin went to France and convinced them to help us. That's why he's on the $100 bill and George Washington. That lonely island, that little lonely island next Oak Island probably holds the key. I found what you were looking for, the snack anyway. It's in the fridge. I didn't put it away properly. Yes, Roosevelt was an Oak Island searcher. Isn't that cool? There's a few famous people that were searchers. Isn't there? Ben, I know a few famous searchers besides Roosevelt. I think there was at least one other.
Besides Roosevelt?
Yeah.
Shoot, I'd have to think that.
The other thing that they found
I can't remember right now.
which I felt like was really exciting, was all the wood beams. They're trying to find the tunnel. I think that was pretty convincing evidence of a tunnel or a collapsed tunnel. When they kept hitting wood at the same consistent depth in different areas, like a few of the holes, had nothing, but then they hit it on the other ones. Did you think that was interesting?
Say it again. I was eating the chip.
The discovery of the wood that was found at the same consistent depth in different holes, suggesting a tunnel or a collapse of a tunnel. They had huge chunks of wood.
I don't even think it suggests a tunnel. I think it could be the vault itself, the chapel vault, that they think. It's called the chapel vault because the chapel team is the one that first discovered it. They drilled in and found traces of cement, wood, and gold. And so I think that's what they're getting to.
And, there was this really cool moment. I feel like, Rick and Marty are starting to feel a little bit more validated. There was that cool moment where they're saying, we're finding this for us, but also for the guys that made those first discoveries, like the chapel guys. They're like continuing and finishing what they started. It's very cool.
It is. And honestly, if this was a place entrusted, and I'll go back on camera for this. If this was a place entrusted to hold the greatest treasure of all time, then anybody who knows that story but won't say would at least go, well, I can go hide something there too. Because I know this place is fucking protected somehow, some way.
Yep. That's true. I never thought about it.
And lo and behold, there's kind of a multitude of treasures here. And it kind of makes sense. It's weirdly like everyone who knows about it just uses it like a vault.
So Jason asks about the story and asks, where have you heard it other than History Channel? Like insinuating that it's not a real story. Are you referring to the
Oak Island
mystery, the story of the island?
I'll tell you how I heard about it for the first time. I was in detention, and the teacher in charge of detention only let us read, I think, Reader's Digest or like TV guides or some shit like that. And I happened to read a Reader's Digest that had the story of Oak Island in it. And that's when I became hooked. I think I was like a freshman in high school. What was that, like 23 years ago? Yeah.
Whose detention were you in?
He was an English teacher, but I never had him. I think he was like an English teacher for like seniors or juniors. He had us watch The Breakfast Club one time.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, on like a Saturday detention.
They're like smoking weed in that movie. Having a good old time. That's cool. That's a cool detention. Was it supposed to encourage you? I
had it for summer school too.
Anymore?
Huh?
Was that supposed to encourage you to not get detention?
No, it made me go, fuck ramifications. Who cares? If we're going to watch fucking Breakfast Club, and I had never seen it, that was good.
Oh my gosh. That's just, thank goodness he made you watch that. To be a freshman in high school and never seen that movie. I grew up on those movies. Anyway.
Listen, man, we didn't have Netflix back then.
Well, you know, my parents owned every single DVD that Blockbuster had, so.
Ben, did you ever study Victoria's Peak Gold by Doc Knotts? No, never, Godolkin.
Ben got detention? I'm sure Ben got detention all the time.
I said Saturday detention, which at Notre Dame you only got if you kept breaking the shit.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah.
I think I had one Saturday detention too. We had to like clean lockers and like under the desks and shit.
We had to go under the bleachers after football games.
Yeah. I don't think I really got detention after that. I think that cured me of getting detention. I was over it. I was never doing that again.
I stopped eventually too.
Yeah.
Ben flamed one up in class. No, I didn't smoke weed in high school. I didn't smoke weed till I was 30.
Yeah, Ben was a good boy. You didn't do anything bad.
I didn't even drink at Notre Dame.
You really were well behaved.
Huh?
You really were well behaved. That's probably why, you know, I didn't like you as much, because you were just not as bad.
I didn't even get a license, even though I could have, because I was afraid I'd get into an accident. So I was just like, I don't want a license. And then you dumped me because I didn't have a car.
And then you still didn't get a license.
Huh?
And then you still didn't get a license.
Yeah. I was held back. I was held back in the 6th grade. Not because of bad grades or anything like that, but my dad took me out of a public school on the East Coast and put me into a private school like 30 or 40 minutes away. An all-boys school. It was coat and tie and everything. And they go, we hold everybody back 1 year. And my dad, like, after donating money, like, for their library or whatever, finally got the down low on it. And it was basically they hold people back for a year so that their lacrosse team, the seniors, would be like another year older. And for boys, you know, 16 to 17 to 18 to 19, like the growth is incremental there. And so they have a bunch of 19-year-old seniors just crushing. I mean, at the time I joined, I think we had won the state lacrosse title 17 years in a row. And this was in the 90s, and I think they kept winning after that. So I was already eligible for a license when we were freshmen. I could have had one because I was already held back, and I still didn't get one.
What an idiot.
And you broke up with me for it.
What an idiot. Why don't you just get your freaking license, man?
I know, you really were such an idiot for dumping me.
We got one eventually. That was a huge win for Ben. Laugh out loud. Oh, man. Oh, that's so funny.
All right, so what else did they find tonight, Boo?
That, let's see. The only other thing that was a find that we haven't heard too much on yet was what I'm referring to as the drill bit. I know it's not a drill bit, you guys, but...
Ooh, yeah, that spiral thing.
The spiral thing, and it's lead, and the talk is, could it be connected to the lead cross? The Templar, is that what that was?
Well, I mean, Rick brought that up because the guy, okay, so the spiral he thought was iron because the pinpointer pinged iron, but only because there were trace elements of iron. Turns out it was lead. So if it was lead, and then the expert dated it to right around, I think right around the same time, 1550, 1500, 1600, something like that, to the lead cross. So Rick immediately goes, oh, they must be connected. I get what he's saying, but he's making that was purely a guess in the moment, hypothetical. And this is why I'm saying some of this shit is not scripted. So let's talk about this. There were scripted moments in this show that reeked of scripted moments, correct?
Well, I think there are always those moments in this show.
There were a couple of moments on this one that like popped more than the usual of just like, oof, man, cover this up a little bit more.
What were they to you? Do you need me?
Do you remember when what's his face was digging in the swamp, and I was like, that's bullshit. Look, he can't even stand up straight. He's reenacting this.
It was not Gary. It was the other guy. When he found the big piece of
Craig Tester.
Craig, when he found the barrel piece. The barrel, was that what it was?
Yeah, and it was like 2 inches lower than his shovel. I was like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Now, the find is legit. It's just they're reenacting it like, 10 minutes later or whatever. And it's just, ugh. You can't film everything. That's the problem. You can't always have the cameras rolling.
Of course.
So you're going to find stuff off camera and you all go, oh, fuck, we want to film. We want to capture this moment. So they reenact. That's okay to reenact. Just don't do it too much. But you need to.
It's a part of the storytelling.
And here's another thing. Here's one thing I appreciated. I don't know if you did. They showed failures again tonight. Gary Drayton picked up bullshit like time after time after time, but they show it, and that's a real dig. That's a real survey. That's a real adventure in archaeology. You're gonna find shit. In treasure hunting, how many times have you guys who have gone out there with your metal detectors, okay, and it's a fucking piece of tin can or whatever.
Yeah, I think you took the kids out and you found like part of a leather baseball and trash.
That was cool to find like an old baseball though.
Yeah. The little stuff.
But yeah, you find trash. That's all that is. It's trash.
Yeah. If they remove that material from the island, you would see a massive mountain somewhere. I'm pretty sure that they're removing stuff and then what do you think? What are they doing afterward? You would know better than anybody in these kinds of situations. When they're removing, when they're digging up, what are they doing?
Well, they said that they said what they have to do now because of the regulations. It's a full-on archaeological dig. They're sifting. They're putting that shit through screeners, and they're going through every little bit at a time. And do you realize how long it takes to do a pile with what? Maybe you have 3 or 4 screeners. You don't have that many. I don't care how big the budget is.
Yeah, but do you think
there's only so much grunt work you can do?
Do you think that they've actually missed stuff by not looking, like going through?
Sure, humans are humans. I mean, it ends up as backfill, and I guarantee you there could be archaeologists one day, if these guys don't do anything and quit, that go through the backfill and they'll find something that these guys missed. 100%. Yeah. You can't catch everything. Pull tabs do suck. Hold on. Hockey stop. Pull tabs do suck. What a fuck. Like, the lottery is one thing. DraftKings is another thing. But pull tabs are just pure drunk impulse buys that never pay out. Bullshit. Pull tabs are the you literally pull a piece of paper over like a perforated piece of paper, and it's like a scratcher, but instead of scratching it, you're pulling a perforated paper like a bingo card. And it never wins, ever. I've seen people win once or twice. Oh, I won $340. Oh, okay. How long have you been playing pull tabs? Oh, for 17 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, pull tabs are literally just a tax on stupid people. So is lottery, and I play the lottery. When it hits like $1 billion, I'll play the lottery. But I play DraftKings. That's a lottery.
Don't get me started on your DraftKings.
So how do I get on Oak Island, Boo? That's what I really want to know.
Well, you got to start here. Impress them with all of your knowledge. You're so charming. Come on. Anyone who wants to want to put you on the island.
Where is the oak on the Oak Island? It's in the ground. There. They found oak 150 feet deep. Oak like they have.
So much oak. Oak for days.
Like if people realized what they've really found in the last couple of years, more people would be watching Oak Island these days. And it's already, I think, a huge hit. But if people really understood what was going on right now, we are at the precipice of fucking greatness. Did you see the smiles all of them had? Okay, so they do a show called Drilling Down right before the episode started. And it was kind of like a synopsis episode, but he talks to them. And they're at the Round Table War Room, and it's either right when the season starts or it's right when the season ends. And they talked in the past tense a few times with what I think you would call slip-ups. And there was some past tense verbiage there, which led me to believe that this scene specifically was filmed at the end. And they could not stop smiling. They tried. Rick Lagina just goes...
Yeah.
And he's hiding it. Craig Tester's on the fucking video cam going, yeah, we tested a lot. We did a lot of, we're going to do a lot of things here on the island. Like, he couldn't keep a straight face.
Yep.
I think they found something.
So
I think the leaks are right. They actually hit the vault this year.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good season.
Yeah, I think we're in for the season that wakes everybody up. We're not going to get to everything this year, but my guess is we're going to get right to it, and then next season's going to be, okay, we dig into the vault. It's like the Geraldo Rivera moment where he's at like King Tut's fucking tomb or wherever he was, and we get to go inside and look. Huh?
I said that would be incredible.
I mean, look, I don't know if did I show you the leaked footage that allegedly came from Oak Island over the summer?
Yes.
That I got off Reddit?
Yes.
I mean, what did it say? We hit gold.
It did.
What's the first episode? They hit gold. They have gold tracing elements tested now. It's proven. That gold can only come from a cache of gold.
I think they're going to find something.
Geraldo Rivera would have opened it by now.
So
you spelled Geraldo wrong, the secret solve. It's a G, not an H. In Latin, Jehovah begins with an I.
I think that this season they're going to find stuff. They were very smiley. They look like they have some information. They know something that we don't know, and that's exciting.
I can't wait. Here's what I hope they don't start to go crazy about is, we found another gold coin or something. I'm done with coins. Are you done with coins? I'm done with coins.
And buttons.
Who do you like for QB1 this week? I want to go Alan Diggs. I haven't looked yet. So if they do find something, who owns it? The Laginas will own it if it's on one of their lots. However, I saw one of the little previews that was coming, and Marty Lagina says out loud, guys, we're losing control of the island. Now, did history decide to hype that up? Marty doesn't seem the type to use hyperbole. Are they losing control of the island to the government as this goes on? Who owns it indeed? Is this a case of eminent domain? If they do find something, even though Rick and Marty own the property?
Could losing control of the island, though, also refer to like all of the new regulations, and that they're losing control of what they want to do and how they want to do it? Like if they want to dig in a certain place, in a specific way, with a certain tool, and because of all the new rules, they're saying no, you can't do that, you can't, and they could be thus losing control in that aspect as well.
Yeah. I mean, we've heard from season to season a few times where they go, oh, God, we're getting delayed by permits. And like that storyline has happened. Even when this is all reality, I can't imagine them setting up another storyline of just permit issues. I'm going to assume there's more at play here. The reason the government is taking over is because they're finding something, because they actually have proven there is treasure on Oak Island. And it's something people don't like to talk about. I mean, shit. How many? Where's the thing? How many fucking people do we have in the stream? Probably like 20? We're 34, 35. Exactly. Like, nobody gives a shit about Oak Island except those of us, watching and talking about it. Even the haters kind of give a shit more than all the people who just gave up on the show. I think this is the fucking year where it all turns around. Now, Jason says, do the archaeology people take over and slow this process down? Sure, but they're going to make this shit bona fide. Listen, archaeology will fight tooth and nail anything that disrupts the status quo. Fenn was right in that 2001 Mother of Indiana Jones article, if you will. Archaeology is tainted. However, when they get their ducks in a row, when they're all working as a cohesive unit and everything is going great, then all of a sudden archaeologists somehow make the right choices, somehow can verify a lot of things that other people can't. Somehow they are able to band together and prove a lot of things that nobody else has proven before. So archaeologists can save the day here. It's just it could slow shit down a little bit. If they find the vault, we will not enter it this season. That's why I'm saying I think what's being set up here is we find the vault this season and we're going inside next season, and that's the final season, season 10. Apropos to an X. Property ownership will play a role. That is also why they have alliances with sons of previous owners. Blankenship and Nolan, shoot, they already have proved the Canada name had different origins. Right, they did. Exactly, Zozo. Thank you. Fuck yeah, exactly. And look, the Blankenship family will own some of this. The Nolan family should own some of this. Look, the Nolans and the Blankenships made an agreement with the Laginas. I would assume paperwork was written up, and Fred Nolan's relatives will receive something. Same with the Blankenships. So I think they'll be well taken care of. Look, it's very obvious Marty is in this now because he's going to recoup his losses. If anybody still doesn't get it, Marty has spent tens of millions, and he is in the hole, as it were. I think everybody gets taken care of if they really do find that fucking vault of silver. That's still a dump truck of silver alone stashed on Oak Island is.
What would that be worth?
$100 million. $100 million. A dump truck of gold. We're talking billions. And that's why he's sacrificing the money. Again, they're not making money from History Channel. The most that these brothers are making per episode on the History Channel, Ashley, correct me if I'm wrong, $10,000 an episode. And I'm talking you're the #1 reality show on television and you get $10,000 an ep. I'm not talking Kardashians. I'm talking reality show. I'm talking Top Chef, the fucking Hell's Kitchen, fucking Oak Island, that realm. I'm not talking Kardashian. It's a different thing. This kind of reality show, they're getting $10,000 an episode tops. Guys, they're spending $1 million every time they slam one of those fucking cans into the ground.
Yeah.
And as this show was back in season 4 and 3 and 5 and maybe a little bit of 6, they were doing it like once or twice, maybe 3 times a season. Now they're putting in fucking 12 at a time. How much money do you think they're spending? Enormous amounts of money. So they're all in for a reason. And now the government is in. Now the government realizes, oh shit, they're onto something. If the government wasn't in, honestly, if you were a skeptic, you'd go, see, they're not onto something. If they were onto something, the government would want its take. Well, now that argument's done. The government wants its take.
Yeah.
Dillard says more like $1 million per episode just for commercial. Again, Dillard, that's the History Channel. The Laginas, even after the show is successful, are not making those dollar amounts. They're just not, man. They're part of a reality show contract. They're not SAG. They're not fucking actors.
You have to remember also, like, how much the network has to make and what goes into production. It's all of that costs money. Them being there with their cameras, filming, editing, they have to pay everybody to do all of that. So,
even still, let's be serious. History Channel is making a fucking buttload of money off Oak Island. It is the number 1 watched show on cable. History's making a buttload. I guarantee you the Laginas are not. They're spending more than they're making every year. Guarantee you. But Capshaw says something interesting, and maybe I was way off here. 20 tons of silver, a dump truck load, would bring $1.5 million with today's price. Is that serious? That's it? That's it? A dump truck of silver is only $1.5 million? Ugh, that's depressing. Carrie, I'm not out of my mind. Hold on, let me read your comment here. They could tell History Channel to F off, and then History Channel would lose all the commercial dollars. Believe me, they're getting paid. Carrie, they're not. They're not. They're just not. I guarantee. Here's what I guarantee. You go.
I'm sure History Channel locked them up from the very beginning and anticipated.
Thank you.
Of this stuff. And
that's exactly what I was going to say.
They're running off that initial contract where they had no negotiation powers because they were nobodies. The show had no rating. They didn't even have good evidence to show. History Channel was like, okay, fine, we'll take a chance on you guys because we like you, but we're not going to pay you shit. And they said, okay, fine. And then now they're still in this contract. They can't get out. There's no way they can get out. Networks don't make it easy for you to get out. They protect themselves.
Right. And Jason goes, it's closer to $100K per episode between Rick and Marty. That's documented. I would like to see that documentation. I won't doubt the confidence behind the comment. 10-year contract, Carrie? Yes. What they could have easily put in the beginning was they will sponsor construction naming rights. And I'm getting into what I did as a living. Here's what History Channel probably did. History Channel probably negotiated a contract between the show and Irving Construction Unlimited or whatever the fuck it's called, Irving. And so Irving got their name thrown out, 100 times an episode, and they reduced their rates by probably 80%. Still, with the reduction in rates, they are still in the red. Has there been a benefit? Abso-fucking-lutely. Sure. But again, they're not prolonging the dig so that they can reap the rewards of more episodes. History Channel would want that. So History Channel will take the same... Here's the kicker, guys. It's the same season. It's the same summer into fall season every fucking year. They don't extend that. History Channel has taken that length of time and put it into 6 episodes, 9 episodes, 13, 20, 26. They've expanded it into multiple episodes. But that's not up to the Laginas. But that is saying $15 million for a dump truck. 15 million is a better number. Impressive. It's not crazy, but it's impressive.
Yeah.
Carrie, I don't think I'm so wrong on this, dude. What?
At the end of the day, we don't honestly know how much they're making. Maybe they're making 20 something an episode. Who knows?
Oh, no, yeah, like 20 grand or what? Yeah, sure. Let's call it 50. Okay, they're making 50 grand an episode.
Well, I think that's what someone said. Someone said they're making closer to 100 grand. So between 2 and 50 an episode.
Okay, but still, that's nothing compared to how much these digs cost. It just isn't, even if you add it all up.
We don't know, so we shouldn't really worry about it or stress about it.
I think it's equivalent.
Content coming.
I think it's equivalent to Fenn didn't want to make a profit from the thrill of the chase. I'm not saying Rick and Morty don't want to make a profit. I'm just saying what they're doing right now is not extending this to make money. They'd much rather find the treasure faster than much later on down the road. I mean, that's just logic.
I think that every single year they've probably gone out there and thought, this is the year. This is it. This is the season. We're going to find it. I'm sure they've done that every year for the last 8 years.
$1 billion for 20 tons of gold. Now, one thing we're not taking into account here is it's 20 tons of gold from the Oak Island treasure, which makes it a little bit more, right? If we're going to say the Fenn stash is worth a little bit more because it's the Fenn treasure, well then the Oak Island $1 billion worth of gold is probably worth a lot more, huh? That's dope. Benefit is seeing history. What, Boo?
Take it. I was reading it.
Benefit is seeing history being newly written in front of our eyes in more ways than just digs. The cross, the tree of life, found markings on local stones, the flip key, lots of progress. Love that comment, Zozo. Love that comment. That's exactly what this is all about. 100%. And it's exciting. It's different.
I think
it's not the first 6 seasons. What?
I think it's very exciting and very cool that they're finding stuff, and you can see their excitement, which makes it even more exciting. And to think about all the people that have been working on it for so long, for so many years, people that have died without these answers. I just think that there's something almost poignant in all of this as well. These findings. It's just a nice tying up of loose ends and really paying tribute to all the people that did the work in the beginning. Although those people kind of also made it harder for the Lagina brothers too, but they're figuring it out, which is cool.
And one thing I gotta say is all the people who died. One thing I don't kind of like is that the show will go, and 6 people have died, and the 7th must, before the treasure is found. And can we just drop that? I don't even know if they did that this time, actually.
I didn't see anything about that curse this time.
I actually think they dropped it.
Yeah, but
now that I think about that.
But you know what, honestly, Ben, how can they really drop it? The show is called The Curse of Oak Island, is it not?
There's plenty of other things that you could call a curse on this show. All the time when they get super close, the drill bit breaks.
Yeah.
Something ends the day. There's always weird shenanigans. Now, all that could be coincidence and happenstance, and that's perfectly fine. But that's your curse. It doesn't have to be people dying to find the treasure. Like, accidents happen. They're tragic. We don't need to. I don't even know what to call it. Make it a thing.
Harp on it.
Yeah, we don't need to go, ooh, 6 have died, 1 more must die before we find this treasure. Keep watching to see who dies. Nah. Did they say it, INFJ? Then I hate that. 7 have died, technically, not finding the treasure, Brent. Let's not go there. Yeah, Craig Tester's kid is not the same thing as dying looking for the treasure, so let's not.
But I'm excited for this season. I don't even remember what we were promised from next week. It was what?
Neither did I. Let's look for that again. Where was the preview?
I don't remember what they teased for next week, but I'm excited for next week. And I just know that, think about it, Ben. We're already getting more answers in just the first episode. And sometimes we would get in 3 episodes combined. So that's promising.
I agree with that.
If they're leading with that, I think that they'll keep it up throughout the season. And if so, that's going to be very exciting. So some of your predictions.
Oh, God.
We've got to talk about, we'll wait and see if you're right on some of these. The pottery you're saying is French. We got to wait and see. Maybe that's what we're going to also find out next week. We'll have that pottery looked at. You were right in that the cog from the watch was copper and that there was gold. You're thinking that weird little swirly drill bit piece is 1250 AD. So we'll see. The jury's out on that one. And you're saying that the wood, you're thinking the wood is as early as 1000 AD, not 1500 as they're insinuating. So we'll see next week.
The wood, what wood was that?
I think that was the wood, the big chunk of wood they found that they have to have tested. Or no, was it the wood in the tubes? The wood there, maybe. I don't remember. I need to take better notes. I'm still getting used to this.
It's fine. I remember making that call. I was like, no. It's probably, he said 1500, 15, 16, 1700. And I was like, no. It was the wooden, it looked like the wooden thing that goes in what, the dowel. Thank you. I was saying, no, that's 1000 AD, not 1500, not 1600, certainly not 1700. That's going to be like 1000 AD.
Yes, that dowel. That was a really cool piece.
And Dillard, we've talked about that. The island was never an island. They literally sunk a ship on purpose and made that man-made swamp to combine it into that elephant shape. Correct.
Which is so cool, by the way.
So, Donald, again, I have ventilation. You're good, bro. Don't worry about it.
So did you find the preview for next week? No, it's hard. History Channel is sometimes does not.
History Channel does not do themselves any justice. It's ridiculous how this show even has the audience and viewership that it has, because they just do a shit job of fucking promoting it. Like, I hope they can hear me. Like, just absolute shit job of promoting this.
It's a little hard to find sometimes.
You're much more politically savvy than I am, Boo. Man, I can't find shit. You know what we could do? Let's watch and see if any of this has shown up yet.
There have been several times that Greg wanted to quit.
They've doubted.
I am so discouraged. Whoa!
Questioned.
Where do we go from here?
And wanted to give up.
Let's throw in the towel.
But the Laginas don't give up.
It just can't hide forever. We're going to get it.
And this season, they're closer
I've never seen anything like it.
than ever.
Something is leaching metals into that water. It's gold. Woo-hoo.
The Curse of Oak Island. New season November 7th.
November 7th? Fuck off. It was today.
Wow.
Maybe that's in like England. So yeah, okay. So we saw the spiral thing.
Yep.
And then they edited it and cut it together like they're saying gold, and it did turn out to be gold. So that's so far so good.
I'm excited.
Carrie, interesting point. Maybe we move this to Wednesday and let History Channel catch up a little bit, so that we have clips, maybe previews. People who had a chance to actually record it can watch it, as opposed to watching now where they have to watch it live. That makes a lot of sense, Carrie. That makes a lot of sense. In fact, honestly, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, are we like even creating spoilers? Like, imagine if someone wants to watch the stream and participate, but they haven't watched it. I think we talked about that a little bit.
Well, they just wouldn't watch us. I mean, look, come on. I don't feel bad for anybody who purposely digs themselves into a spoiler. Like, if you don't want a spoiler, don't go on the internet.
They could just watch us a day later. But yeah, we could do it. I don't know if we should do it a day later or not.
I kind of dig it. I think it makes a lot of sense. Gives everybody a day to digest everything. And then we talk about it. Otherwise, we do it on the West Coast where we don't do it till like, 9 or 10 o'clock? Ugh, gross. Yeah. Will we start now? Hell no.
We also, That way we could be a little prepared too if we wanted to show clips or like certain findings that we thought were really cool that we could share. So maybe it's somebody that, doesn't have time to watch the 2 hours but wants to just watch real quick and see what we talked about. That might be cool.
Ooh, hold on. This is like auto played. Hold on.
Who's in that bedroom with you?
They want more control over any search for past human.
It's Laird talking. Ooh.
So within the archaeological
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
The way we did in previous years.
Yeah.
In 2010, the Laginas and their partners obtained permission under the Oak Island Treaty to investigate all areas of the island, excluding designated locations of cultural importance, such as the Samuel Ball Foundation on Lot 25 and the Daniel McGinnis Foundation on Lot 21. However, in the spring of 2021, they were informed by the Provincial Department of Community Culture and Heritage that regulatory oversight, especially activities involving archaeological investigations across the island, had changed.
Remember when I freaked out at this?
The island was divided into two parts.
Fuck.
We had the Western Drumlin.
This is good.
We needed regular archaeological permits for. And then the Eastern Drumlin, where the vast majority of which we needed no permits at all. The Department of Community, Culture, and Heritage decided to rescind.
Yeah, but we talked about this, and it'll slow things down, but I think it's overall an okay thing.
Monitor
I don't think it's awful.
So they want more formal tests and excavate it by hand and screen everything, just like we would on a normal archaeological site.
Okay.
When we first started
watching the rerun, is that what you're doing right now?
You're just listening to it. It's important.
There was
Maybe people missed it.
Extra permission we needed.
They just happen to be hearing it.
Gradually increasing the level of scrutiny, oversight, and regulation.
It's only like 30 more seconds, I think.
And I think it's because of our efforts. We've proven that this place has some real historical value. The unintended consequence is we got more regulation. But it's kind of a pat on the back, really. The powers that be have basically blessed it now by saying, hey, this is for real. This matters.
Well, that's great. We made them care.
We made them care, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. We made them care. Bingo. Bingo! Anyway, any parting thoughts, Boo? I think we covered it.
I think we did. I think it was a great episode. I really liked everyone's opinions and comments in chat. And I'm excited for next week, whatever we find. I'm enjoying it now. Like, I really am enjoying it now. I remember I gave you a hard time about it and took pictures of you watching it, getting pissed off because we were talking over it, and posted them to my Snapchat. But truly now I'm into it.
One day I'll let you post that picture so that people can see it, where I'm watching Oak Island in November of 2020 with my hands folded over trying to pay attention, and just noise and chaos everywhere around me. And I should have just gone, hey, I did actually do. What am I talking about? I went, okay, let yourself be angry this one time, but this is your future and just get over it.
I wish I could do that. That's so good of you to be able to do that.
I've learned patience. That's what archaeology teaches you. And that's why we are going to have to be patient as we get to the end here, because we've reached the end a lot quicker, I think, than we thought. Let's recap. We ended last season where they finally were able to test for silver, and they found on 4 of the boreholes, or 6 of the boreholes, trace elements of silver that led to what's called a dump truck worth of silver. Now, in this premiere, they've used the same technology, and they've now been able to trace the same amounts of gold in relatively the same areas of the boreholes, one of which tests for both gold and silver. The rest are separate, but they're all kind of in the same grid area, especially when you look at it from a big picture. So, we have reached the end game. They have now been able to pinpoint where the gold and the silver is. It confirms why everyone assumes the money pit is the money pit. But now we're closer than ever to it. The same time, we have the swamp that ended last season with finding a stone cobble road that led from what we thought was a small dock or wharf in the middle of the swamp into the money pit. And now what we've learned in this episode is the cobblestone road actually keeps going into the coastline, because when this was made back in 1500 or whatever, 1500 to 1550, the shoreline was 200 feet further out into the ocean that we're seeing. And now we see the road even kept going and turns into a much larger wharf, which only now begs the question, oh boy, we thought a Spanish galleon unloaded here, but now we're going, this was made specifically for something even bigger. Yeah. And now along the road, we've found not evidence of oxen carrying loads of treasure. Now we find wagon wheels intact, indicating the same time frame. Somebody constructed something hundreds of years before anyone ever settled here, in great effort to remove something from a large ship and deposit it, and then hide and cover up their tracks. That's all been proven, and now we know gold and silver are testing, and we're talking dump trucks worth.
Yep. They're going to find it. They're going to find it, Ben. So we see what happens next week. We figure out, and we get more information about our little squirrely drill piece. I really want them to go down there and just find that the vault. I want to see the collapsed tunnel. I think that's all there.
Well, remember that footage that leaked onto Reddit?
Yeah.
It was a collapsed vault that said, or at least pointed to, what they called gold in this collapsed vault on the images that were leaked. It was shiny gold metallic shit. And now they start the season off with, oops, we found gold. They've never said that on this show. The last time anyone claimed to have found gold on this island was the Frederick Blair, was it, or was it the Chapel Vault people?
I thought it was Chapel Vault.
It was 1897, I think, was the last time anyone claimed to have found gold. And now we have scientific proof there's gold on Oak Island. Or at least in the water tracing, which they don't find anywhere else. And it's not like every hit was gold. 4 out of the 12 were hits. The 4 were in that cluster, and the rest were separated, and there were nothing. Of course, that's how it would go. This is perfect.
Well,
predictions. Let's do predictions. What are your predictions?
What are my I'm predicting that they find gold. That's what my prediction is.
That's a shit prediction.
Well, I'm dealing with kids right now. I need to get them to bed. So how about you start with predictions first?
All right, fine. I'll start with predictions. This is the joy of doing this with kids. Let me fuck around for a little bit. Oh boy, scientific proof. Are there secret cameras too? You know what? There's not secret cameras. They're just filming this and then blasting it out. Now, there are NDAs on Oak Island. And the NDAs on Oak Island are specific for anybody who's filming there. And it's specific for, this is where Oak Island gets their nut, if it were. The show, the reason they're investing so much money is they get the rights to film it. When they hit gold and Oak Island is the only exclusive access, then Oak Island producers and creators, the actual network, then they really make their nut. And that's why they did this from the get-go. It turned into a cash cow because we all love and adore it, but they really start to hit another stride here if they actually find it. Ooh, predictions from everybody else. That's good. Everybody else put your predictions in. And Ashley, you keep thinking about your prediction. I want the level of they're going to find a Templar cross, like that kind of specific prediction. Let's go. K-Pro says, prediction, they find a screw or piece of wood, though I have not seen anything. K-Pro's full of shit. K-Pro's obviously seen something of this episode, or she's just mocking the last, 8 seasons where they found wood and screws. So, ha ha ha, K-Pro. Carrie says, I predict they pound the big-ass 10-foot can 160 feet down and find mud, sand, wood, and beams. Carrie, go fuck yourself, too. Treasure Hunter, Treasure Warriors, I predict Justin comes forward with a video of the Templars and the solution to this. Okay, everybody, I hate you. I hate all you people. This is all a nightmare. I predict another season. Well, I predict that too, JK, but I predict it ends with season 10. X marks the spot. My prediction, Samuel Ball will laugh at us from his grave, doing it as we speak, in fact. Jason, he's not laughing at us. He's going, finally, somebody fucking found me. I guarantee you he is. He wants to be known. He shouldn't have been held back from history. He was important. And I think, we know how history worked. So I think he might be laughing because we don't know everything, but he's also happy that we found him, I think. No, be feisty, K-Bro. It's fine. JK's feisty too. She predicts another season. I get it. We're going to have another season. But this is leading to something bigger. It truly is. I'm willing to put my fucking reputation on it now. You don't get the Canadian government going, nope, we're interfering now. You actually found something. We want to put our footprint on this. That's it. Now you know it's real.
Okay, I think they're going to find some kind of weapon.
A weapon?
Yeah, I think they're going to find a weapon that helps them figure out and date who was there when they were there.
What kind of weapon?
I don't know. I want something fancy. I want them to have to go to the blacksmith guy because I love him and I like when they go in his shop and he just does his blacksmith.
Well, it looks like you have a piece here from about 1650, and looks like it went on the side of a treasure chest, and that treasure chest was obviously used for clothes of the 1700s. It's worth nothing, and you can go fuck yourself. That's what he does.
I love that guy though. He's my fave. So I want more of that. So I'm ready for the weapons. I want to hear about the fighting over the treasure and the death as they were hiding it and searching for it. That's what's exciting.
Okay. So you think a weapon would be related to the deposit of the treasure, and it tells a story of some kind of like battle over the treasure. That would be fucking dope. They have found a bullet. I don't know if you call it a casing or what, those little, in The Patriot, how Mel Gibson like takes those little toys and melts them and makes them into like little, bullet ball things, that he shoved in his fucking mullet or his.
It's ammunition.
Yeah, well, it's ammunition, but what do you call them? I mean, it's a bullet, right? Isn't it?
They're like, they're like pellets. They're, yeah.
Mini cannonballs? I don't know what to fucking call them.
Anyway.
But they found a few of those, and I'm going, okay, maybe there was some kind of fight on Oak Island over the treasure. Could you imagine? That would be insane. Musket ball, muzzle loader, fucking A. I was so close. Samsonite. What movie? You get a wrench. Sorry, Boo. I might keep this going. I'm getting in a mood. You can just come up here if you want. We can just hang out up here. We don't even have to talk Oak Island. We can just talk whatever. Maybe I want to go another hour. Or, no, another half hour. Nope, you give me like the death stare. I feel like I should play music now. I might play music.
No, I have to just put kids to bed. I don't want to miss out, though. I enjoy hanging out with all of you.
You know what you should do?
What?
You know what you should do, Boo? You should...
you put the kids to bed.
No. What you should do is grab your phone, grab some headphones. Oh, she disappeared! No! Oh, I was gonna say grab your phone, grab headphones, and then listen to me and put your phone in your pocket but she ran. Oh, she's back. Hold on. Hi, Boo. Why'd you run away from me?
I accidentally was clicking the comments, and then it's right next to log in, and
Sure. You just had yourself a K-Pro moment. You just fucking bailed on me. You just went, eh. Boo. I was saying, take your phone. Take your headphones. Plug the headphones into the phone. Put the phone in your pocket, but put it on the YouTube of me talking, and you'll hear me in your ears as you're putting the kids to bed.
I always do that.
Isn't that amazing?
I always do that.
I'm kidding. I was trying to be creepy when I did all that.
I always do that. And no, Ben's never in the doghouse. Are you kidding? Never. I just enjoy hanging out with them.
Hashtag no doghouse.
Yeah, I just want to hang out. He's my guy.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
That's a great movie.
Was not what I was doing. What did I do? Oh shit! What was the quote I did? I already forgot. Oh no! Samsonite. No, Dumb and Dumber. Bavetta got it. Is Bavetta modded? Let me look. Oh, Bavetta's already modded. All right, Bavetta, give Bavetta. You get to pick anybody you want to give a wrench to anytime you want to. It doesn't have to be today. Yay, Bavetta! Good job. It is Dumb and Dumber. Samsonite. I was way off. Ben deserves to be in the doghouse more. Just saying. Okay, fuck off, K-Pro. Shit.
What do you mean to Ben? Ben's a great guy.
K-Pro's trying to get me in trouble.
She would never.
Ben, you kind of sound like Pauly Shore. Hockey stop. Fuck off. Everybody fuck off today. Fuck off. Do I sound like Pauly Shore, babe?
I've never thought that once.
I've done a good Pauly Shore. I did a good Pauly Shore impression in high school. I really did.
You do a good impression, but I've never thought that just in your general talking.
I don't know what kind of Pauly Shore impression to do right now because all I can think of are quotes from Son-in-Law, and they're not really good quotes.
Yeah, so don't say
Maybe
that.
I'm trying to think Encino Man. Mike is a great guy, but in the doghouse more than Ben. Well, Mike, I'm going to join you, bro. You and I are going to high five. Ashley and K-Pro can fuck off and enjoy girls' night, and you and I can just sit in the doghouse together, bro. This one goes out to Mike. Baby, I didn't mean to tell you to fuck off. I tell everybody else to fuck off, but not you.
Hear it.
See, that's fine. I didn't say anything.
You can say that to me. I know it comes from a place of love.
Stop wheezing the Jews. That's not my impression, but that's the cadence. Do you remember Biodome? Viva los Biodome. Viva los Biodome. I love Biodome. That's a great movie. What kind of smokes you smoke, Ben? We got this one in front of me, but it doesn't have a label on it. Oh, yeah. Nigerian Silk.
That's a pretty good one.
Good one. And then, actually, the one I've actually been smoking tonight is... Hold on, let me look. Oh, yeah, the Claiborne. Oh, where's the box to this? Claiborne's, like, top of the line. Like... stupid expensive but it's fine. What's the name of the strain? Oh, 3X Sour from the Gorilla Glue family. Oh, fuck me. That is something else. I did not know this was Gorilla Glue. There's your, I don't know, you can't.
You can't really see it. You got to do the whole influencer hand.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. I helped you. See, I helped you.
Let me see if I can do this.
Influencer
Gorilla
hand.
Glue. Anyhow, whew. Yeah, Gorilla Glue is good stuff. And that's what we're doing. Oh, see, I fucked it up now. Whew.
You should have never done that.
I know, I gotta, get up. And then, sit back down. Oh, shit. Oh, no, there we go. Yay, there we go. See, I knew it would work. Yeah, 31% is dope. Dopest dope I've ever smoked.
I don't know. I don't think that was the dopest dope, but it's pretty good.
All right, Boo. Let's get to the good stuff, shall we?
Which is?
Shit, I don't even know what I can talk about anymore. There's so much bullshit going on with the Forrest Fenn chase. Let's talk about Forrest Fenn for a little bit.
Okay.
You down for a little bit of Forrest Fenn talk?
What do you want to talk? If I'm talking to you, I'm enjoying it. So what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Let's talk about the video.
Well, I've always thought
Does
there
it
was
exist?
a deal. I've always thought so.
So you think the video exists?
Yes. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't you safeguard yourself and create such a thing? I would. Why do you think I have so many Snapchat videos? One day if I die, people will be able to go back and all those moods and things that you didn't understand while it was happening, you can go back in my Snapchat story and you can see everything. It's all in there. Every single thing.
Why would you leave proof when you make public statements saying the finder has asked me to remain silent, and I always said the finder gets to pick the
because you don't want people to look for it. Because if it's out there and people know that it's out there, then they're going to look for it and search for it and go crazy, which we're doing anyway, but they would have found it quicker.
Shit. I just saw the private chat feature. And I just saw your comments. Can I read them out loud?
No.
Can I read them out loud? No?
Private comments? Why would I want you to read my private comments?
Because I think the people love to know what we say to each other so that they don't think we're fake. I don't think they'd mind if I read your comments out. I feel like Howard Stern talking about shit with his wife, and she's like, why do you need to share that? Because the people want to know, babe. Because the people want to know.
Do the people want to know?
Probably not. All it was, okay, this is good. Let's wrap it up, right? I mean, that's all.
I was just trying to continue it on a little bit, but go ahead.
You said, can we be done soon? This was a good show. Let's end it. I got to get the kids to bed. There's nothing wrong with sharing that. I think that's cute. You hate me right now, babe.
No, I have to get up at 5:30 in the morning to take kids to school, so I need them to be in bed at a certain time so that they're not crabby and cranky, and then they get up when I ask, and I don't have to knock 4 times and go in there all the time.
Sweetheart, baby, my love, put him to bed. I'll put on music. I'll even help you out if you want, or I'll just be here and I'll just chit chat till you come back. It's fine. Don't run away just now. Don't say goodbye. Oh God, no, don't.
I'm not leaving. Are you like super high? What's happening here?
I am.
What's happening here?
A lot of Gorilla Glue.
Wow, that must be some good stuff.
You should come up here and take a toke so you can get on my level.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I can even vibe at that level.
Oh, come vibe with me, babe.
Oh, always. I'm always ready
Come
to
vibe.
vibe.
Come vibe with me.
But I thought we weren't done talking.
We're not done talking. I just want you to come up and have a hit, and then we'll keep talking. People want to know what we think about this fucking video, apparently. They're more interested in Fenn than they are fucking Oak Island. We'll change that, but that's fine.
Okay, I'll come up first, okay.
You know what? You might be more interested in Fenn when I proved to y'all that he was D.B. Cooper, but who was the person who said a video exists? Wayfair, that's a good question. I think a lot of people have said that this video exists behind the scenes. I know that K-Pro came out and said it exists, and then Shannon came out and verified that it exists. So we know 2 searchers that separate people trust separately have now verified this and come out and put their faces on the line, which is what a lot of us go, put your face on the line. So to think that it doesn't exist, that's fine. The reason that it wouldn't exist is everybody's getting trolled or something, and maybe that's what's going on. Is it? Can you just leave?
I thought I
forgot already that you just. I'm making you a bong, and I love you. I'm sorry.
I know you do. Get me ready. Come on. It's cold up here. It's frigid. I feel like I'm in the Arctic.
You hate me.
I love you.
You hate me.
I love you so much. Come on.
Fine. Do you really want to hit?
Yeah. I want to get on your level.
Really? It's not just because I'm telling you to?
I want to. Do you want me to leave?
Nope.
Okay.
Here you go. Love you, boo. You're the apple of my eye.
Am I?
You're the cream of my coffee. She's writing something down. I don't think that's good. Break up with Ben next week. She took the book with her, too. And she's coughing from the weed. Show it, Dick. Show what? I don't know what you're talking about, Jason. A lot of people had said that they talked to people who said that it exists, and they don't even know if those people saw it. No primary sources, and maybe no secondary sources. We are tertiary. Wait. In terms of what? The treasure even exists? Oh, the video. Okay. Well, let's back that up a little bit, Bavetta. Okay, so we've heard it from K-Pro, who was invited to the video, and then was chopped out. Now, K-Pro had to be invited by someone in the video session. However, to be chopped out of a video session means you're chopped out from whoever's in charge of it. So whether or not they were invited by a secondary source, they're still in the group, and in order to be chopped out of that group, you need to be chopped out by the head of the group. So there's your connection that gets rid of a second connection. It isn't tertiary. I would say we're at secondary, not a triple layer. So we're a lot closer than we think we are, actually. Who is to say there is a video that F said the right clues? Would that make sense for him not to, as one would know the difference? It means nothing. Listen, okay, this is another thing I want to address as well. And I was almost afraid that a video would come out and it would reveal this type of thinking. And the type of thinking I'm about to speak to is this. That video is bullshit. Forrest was under duress. That's AI bots creating a fake Fenn video, and it's not real. It's a deep fake. There are going to be people in this chase who claim that if the video comes out. 100%. Even though I guarantee you, before they got married to their solve and they first started in this chase, had you have said to them, hey, what happens if Fenn ever puts out a video of what the real solve was? You know, if we never get this right, they'd go, oh, good, finally, I'd like to know. Now that it could be happening, they're going to go, bullshit, it's not real, because it doesn't agree with their fucking solve. And there's nothing more pathetic in the chase than that.
Well, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Fine. I don't like it.
You don't have to like it.
I don't want to like it.
Do I have a drink up there or no?
I mean, you have a couple of beers. You want me to bring you one?
Right, if I have one, yeah.
Yeah.
You can bring it to me. I always bring it to you.
You sure you don't have a zip around? Whew, that scared me.
Be scared, my friend. Be scared. Yeah, people can have their opinion, but listen, why wouldn't he have a video protecting himself? Even if he said he didn't, I think it's bananas. I think it's completely legitimate that this exists. Who had access to it? Why they had access to it? Come on, you guys. You know the answers to these questions already. Put it together. So no one has claimed to see it, but it magically exists. That's a good question. I think there are more people claiming that it exists and have actually seen it. But I don't know for sure.
Where?
Oh, you can't find it? You go on and I'll look for it since I can look better.
Pink bag?
Yeah, but just let me look. Okay, I'll do it. Hold on, guys. I got to find something for Ben. He's not very good at looking for things.
She's like tummy ache medicine. Oh no, where are my piggies? Oh no. So no one has claimed to see it, but it magically exists. Wayfarer, I think there's more context that's needed for that. I understand the skepticism. I share it, but it seems there's more to it. Effing with people is rude, Davio. No one wants to F with people. But it seems like this video is confirmed by other people than the Nookers. Oh, thank you, Boo. Is that fair to say?
But how do they have confirmation? They've seen it or they just heard?
Both, but because they're so important, it would be valid for either. K-Bro says, who's, I mean, yeah. Waiting for email, Ben. Okay. Well, if you emailed me, I'm catching up on emails today. I started emailing some people back. I'm still doing it, so. Yeah, and Dale is gone now. What the friggity frig? I was enjoying getting these email drops that he was doing, and now he's gone. Why? Did he sign an NDA? Can I just ask that? I mean, what the heck? I could be wrong. What?
And I'm sorry, but this is breaking news.
What?
I just found the Apple TV remote.
That's what that is. Okay. We've been looking for that.
For like, I want to say over a month now.
Wow.
That was incredible. It's just right here. I just looked down at the couch and just, there it was. Wow.
Shannon tried to come back and was attacked. Cynthia tries to come back attacked. I don't know. I mean, there's always people who attack. That's one thing we've learned doing this is people attack no matter what. Oh, you're asking for my email. First initial, last name at Gmail. There's lots of people who attack in this. I would hope and know that Cynthia and both Shannon understand that comes with the territory. But I don't want them feeling like they're alone in this either. If they're getting attacked, let's do something about it. Let's call it out. They have allies. I am one of them. I'm one of these people who said that I didn't like what Cynthia was doing when she first joined the chase. When I first joined the chase and I learned about Cynthia, I was like, oh, she's the biggest snake. I've gone over this numerous times, and I've gone over how I've changed my opinion of that and how I apologized for what I said and how I reached out to Cynthia privately to apologize to her. I would say nowadays, Cynthia, you're not alone. We're here. You know, she may not be watching this now, but she might watch this later. And, you know, you have friends that you don't know you have, and they're not out for selfish reasons that you might assume. And I would suggest trying to verify that with people you trust. I don't know. And Davio goes, bullshit, there's no video. I don't know why you go, bullshit, there's no video. How do you know, Davio? Why would you think people are putting their names out there to just go, you know what I mean? Like, Davio, let's not just go, bullshit, there's no video. What if that video says it's your spot, man? I mean, again, what do you do when there is? Could there not be? Absolutely sure. Yes. I would think a logical searcher would max this out at 50-50 no matter which side you choose. 50-50 is your max out at this point as a searcher on the outside, right?
I get where it does feel like it's a continual same thing over and over again. It's the same process, Davio. I totally get that, but I think this is a little different. I think as we get closer and closer to the end, it's a little bit different.
Why do you guys think Shannon came out and went on K-Pro's video out of nowhere? Do you think that was just by accident? Do you guys think that was for no other reason than to talk about the weather? She verified that this video exists. It's someone else going out on the line who was involved in this, no offense, but from the shadows, and is coming out to verify what K-Pro is saying. That should mean something. Does that make you go beyond 50-50? No, damn well no. But if you were 70-30, it's bullshit, maybe you're closer to 50-50 now.
Yeah, I could see that.
And now, like K-Pro's saying, she's getting attacked. And this seems to be a constant theme. I know of another major searcher who's also been hacked again. And not attacked, but hacked.
Well,
my Reddit source never got his laptop back. It's fried.
Oh, it's a bummer. It's such a. Ugh.
There's weird shit going on.
Carrie, think about it. Why would they show the video only to a select few? Just think through. Here's what I'm doing. I'm thinking this through.
Go, baby.
You make a video so that you can protect yourself for whatever reason. You protect either the finder, yourself, your family, whatever. Someone has to know about the video. So there is another, I would say, family member that knows about the video, that was sworn to secrecy. All right. So then that family member, another family member knows, they tell their spouse or whatever. I think there's a couple family members that know. Then,
You do.
as searchers, search and do what they do best, and now it's been years and they have relationships, they poke and prod and ask questions or research or try to catch someone in a lie, or I mean whatever it is that y'all do to do what you do it, and you find.
Are you including me in that, Boo?
Do I what?
Are you including me in that?
Yes, you are included in the y'all. The y'all is all y'all. So somehow, some way, someone finds out a hint of, oh yeah, there's this video. Oh, there is, huh? And that's it. That's how you hear of it. Now, did someone see it? I don't know. All these meetings.
It seems like no. It seems like it got canceled, but it seems like it got canceled from the people who were at least willing to talk. They got ostracized and they were willing to talk. There is your motive for talking just off the bat. Treasure Hunter says, I don't think asking questions is getting attacked. And I'm not saying the people asking questions to Shannon or K-Pro or me about any topic is getting attacked. What I'm saying is when you get messages like, you're a fucking bullshit liar, you deserve to rot in hell. If I ever see you, I'm going to fucking slap your liar face in the, that's being attacked. Shit, just being called a liar to me, to the way I've lived my life, if I'm called a liar, fuck you. Fucking, you better fucking prove that shit, and somehow I'm not remembering, because I'm going to fucking prove that shit wrong if you call me a liar. That's the way I've been raised. So even just being called a liar to me, not a softball snowflake attack, I'm not going to get my feelings hurt, but I'm going to consider that an attack. Ashley, are you baked from that bong hit?
Oh, totally, man. All good. I'm really noticing how noticeable it is that I don't have mascara on today. It's tripping me out a little bit. I feel naked without mascara. It's weird.
I will say to what K-Pro's saying, Amy and Justin sure do rarely come out. They must hate the attacks in this community. I don't know what their feelings are, but I will say, Copper Dan says, I don't want to talk about anybody who can't defend themselves. Justin can defend himself.
Oh yeah, for sure he can. For sure.
Justin chose to go on Amy's channel and say something, and he lied when he chose to go on Amy's channel and say something. So when he did defend himself, he lied. So it's not like anyone is depriving him from the chance to defend himself. He's chosen silence. He has chosen the Fifth Amendment. He has chosen not to defend himself. Let's be very clear there.
Yeah, he knows how to get a hold of everybody. So I don't think he's very upset by any of this, honestly.
Unfortunately, it's very obvious from my vantage point, but I have been privy to shit that other people haven't been. And that wasn't the case for me a year ago. So, it's all new to me. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I do know there's bullshit, and I'm calling it like I see it. When I learn something, I fucking say it.
Well, that's good. Somebody has to.
Godelkin says, K-Pro, if you only knew. And then K-Pro says, gay, LOL, that's right. You have seen the chest years ago. What?
Who has seen the chest?
Godelkin has seen the chest years ago?
Is that true? I think that might have been said in jest. I'm unsure.
Simple, that is fine.
Thank you, Jason.
Anywho, I think we said it all tonight, Boo. I think we're good.
Yeah, everyone's kind of...
What?
Well, just,
I'm stopping myself.
Oh, you're doing fine. No, I think we talked about a lot, and I think there's more to come. It's just like Oak Island, you guys.
It kind of fucking is. Mm-hmm. Anywho, this was our Oak Island stream. We got into Forest Fenn talk, but it's treasure hunting, so why the heck not?
Yes.
All right, so now final parting thoughts. Really, truly focused on Oak Island. What's to come? You said a weapon is coming, and you're saying it's like a musket pellet bullet thing.
Mm-hmm. I want something razzle dazzle. I want something fancy.
All right, I'm gonna make a
trigger or something.
I think they will find. I think they'll find something related to the human bones they found a few years back. So that either means more human remains or something related to those remains that dates back to the exact time frame that we can actually go, oh, that's related to, we know the who of the story is what I think maybe happens this year.
That's really interesting. That would be very, very cool. Oh boy, would that be big.
That would be fun. All I know is Rick, the one who loves stories, Rick, in that preview video on Drilling Down, which I normally don't watch, Rick had a smile on his face that he could not contain. He is not a good actor. It wasn't like a fake, ooh, we got to hide a smile and really hype up season 9. They don't need to hype up. They've had seasons where they start fucking crying and people fucking watch.
It's almost like they were dismissive even. Like, well, okay,
They were very coy.
Yeah, coy. That's a really great
very,
word.
very, very, very coy.
Mm-hmm.
It was different than most years. I haven't seen it like this. I hope someone can help me find out how many episodes are actually in this season, but we'll be here next week. It'll be a normal 1-hour episode, I'm assuming, not a 2-hour episode.
Yeah.
And we'll take it from there. We'll probably go live again, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, one of these days, to do a Fenn discussion because a lot of shit's changing rapidly.
Which is exciting.
Exciting, but I don't want to tease or hint anything because it sounds like we're holding shit back. But we're learning a lot more. That's making a lot of sense finally. But anywho, so we'll probably do my crazy kind of Fenn stream mostly on a day where you're probably busy. So if it is a 3 or 4 hour stream, most of that time you're busy anyway. So we'll see. I've been missing football for this now. I'll probably miss Thursday night football.
Oh my gosh, I can't. You poor thing. You poor thing.
All right. Well,
Coming up.
night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Oak Island next week, Tuesday. Peace out.